All right, y'all. We got a minute here before this starts. I know y'all are wanting to. You're definitely wanting to see the Kokomo, but I'm uploading this one first. We have a little bit before this starts, and since it's the 410s, the Outlaws, I just wanted to go over the drivers. They're going to be the World of Outlaws this year compared to the High Limit. No, World of Outlaws have lost a lot of talent because of High Limit. And I think as a fan of racing, that is a good thing. World of Outlaws have kind of treated their drivers and their teams not the greatest. High Limit came along, and we did a video on that, and they're really treating their drivers, their fans, their tracks a lot better there with their co-op with Flow Racing. And I think if World of Outlaws doesn't do something quick, High Limit is going to overtake them in the next couple of years. So the World of Outlaws, and I got it all right here. I'm not going to pretend I know more than I do. But Logan Schuchart, David Gravel, obviously Donnie Schatz, Sheldon Hautenschild, Carson Macedo. Those are the obvious big names. Listen to the High Limit drivers, the main names: Spencer Baston, Casey Kane, Justin Peck, Rico Abreu, my favorite sprint car driver, Brad Sweet, Kyle Larson, Chris Windham. You take those names that are in the World of Outlaws now, or excuse me, High Limit now. Those are some huge names. World of Outlaws has a couple of good names. Basically, Macedo and Gravel. Donnie Schatz, he's the man. You could borderline argue if he's the GOAT. But he don't have a whole lot of real competitive years yet. Schuchart, he's pretty good. But I could definitely see, like I said, and I don't want to beat a dead horse with a stick, but I can definitely see High Limit overtaking World of Outlaws. So I just wanted to go over that real quick while we're waiting to get into the race. Get ready to go into the race here. Start third. It appears that I do something kind of bad at the beginning. I never like when people shoot the gap going into turn one if they're starting back in the field. I'm going to shut up when we go into turn one. And you're going to hear that I don't go flying in there. It's just the two guys that start up front. The one dude, I think it was Stevie dude, got a bad start, hit the wall. Like right off the bat, I saw him jet up. I knew he was gone right off the bat. And then, Killa, he went up. So I'm just going to shut up so you can listen to this. See, it ain't like I went shooting in there. It ain't like I went up the track. I just went in there nice and calm. And Killa had to run. So it ain't like I tried to slide job him or anything off the start. Stuck to my guns, stuck to the inside. And that's right there. We got Bob. We got Jay Clay back there. Jay Clay was fast entering the corners. Okay, so we got a guy ghosted up there, right? I had no idea he got going. Thank God he was still ghosted. I thought he was still sitting up there in turn four. I had no idea he got going. Thank goodness he was still ghosted. So I'm just trying to work on Killa, working the low line. He's working the high line. Get into him a little bit there. Car slid up. Excuse me. Kind of felt bad about that one. Let off a little bit. Let him go. He would have gotten still by me anyways. Jay Clay, his entrance is really good. The car that I was really worried about, though, was Dirt Slinger. Dirt was really fast in the heat race and the practice and qualifying. Running that high line, I don't know what she was doing up there, how she was getting those runs, but man, she was fast. There goes Jay. He almost made it stick. He almost had it. But I was able to just stick to my line. I didn't have to do anything fancy. There, you see, I get into Killa. I let off the gas. I'm going to let him go. There's no way I will ever pass any of you like that. I will never do that.
Take it from you like that.
Especially for the lead. So I check up. Jay Clay hits the back of me. He doesn't know I'm checking up. It's not his fault. And then it kind of stacks things up behind us. But we all get going again.
I run a weird line here, man.
And I'm just going to continue just stick to my guns. I'm not going to change up my line. I'm not going to go to the high side. I'm just waiting for that rubber to start building down there. Because believe it or not, this game, it does do that. The rubber will build on the bottom. You see, I just keep on. I'm just waiting. You know, I've got really good peripheral vision. You can ask my fiance. I have great peripheral vision. Like she's over there to my left right now. I can actually see her. It's crazy what my peripheral vision is like. So, if I'm looking straight, I can for the most part look in my mirror and see what's going on. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm just waiting in the mirror to get that clearance to see if I'm going to be clearing killer. Right there, Jay comes in. He gets in there a little hot, gives me a little shove. I mean, realistically, he could have kept going. It would have been fine. I mean, it ain't like he shot me up the track or anything, you know. So right there, I see the tail end of Killer, and I'm like, okay, I think I may finally have him. And there I see him in the rear view. I'm not wasting any time. I'm shooting to the top of the track, so that way I can finally start getting a good entrance into these corners. They started battling, so I remember thinking in my head, I'm okay, they're battling, I'm good. I wasn't. You can see it here in just a minute. I thought Jay was going to get me. Yeah, this was actually a pretty boring race. I know y'all are wanting to know the Kokomo, everything with the Kokomo race. And if you are wondering about that, make sure you check out the Kokomo race. I know everybody was turning their heads on that one. Everybody in the league was, what happened? Yeah, well, we're going to go over it here in just a minute. So here we got 8 laps to go. You know, now they're starting to battle back there, so I'm getting pretty confident that, you know, I'm okay. And yes, we do end up winning this one. Hit win number 90, my road to 100. And that 100 is not a 100 league race wins on this game. It's my entire online career as far as league races. And there you see I've got about a 1.8 second lead. So at this point, it's just don't hit the tires. I can't take it too easy because we all know how snappy these things are. If I take it too easy, Jay's going to be right there on my butt. But once I hit 2 to go, then I just kind of relax the shoulders. Don't have to be far up on the wheel. Yep, not much happened here. I mean, pretty basic, pretty simple. All I gotta do is, like I said, just make sure I don't hit the tires, and I'm good. Then I give out a little. Yeah. I was pretty excited to win that one. This ain't an easy league to get wins in either. When I run with the Outlaws, it's not an easy. It's not an easy league to get wins in that league either. You know, I make sure that I race against people that I have to work against. I've raced in other leagues that where, you know, I mean, plain simply it was too easy to win, whether they didn't have time to practice or whatever. And I get the whole you don't have time to practice. You know, I'm fortunate enough that I have a fiance that lets me do this because she knows, you know, this is what I do. And my kids, pretty much all of them except for one, is grown out of the house, so I have that ability to be able to practice. But those leagues were just too easy. It makes it a lot better when you go into a league where you actually have to work for those wins. We see Dirt Slinger there, fastest. I was just waiting for her to creep up there because I knew I had no speed compared to Dirt Slinger. But still luck of the draw. It sucks. She definitely had the fastest car, was the fastest person, but starting back there in 8th in a 30-lap race, that goes over like that. You know, it sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, I guess. Like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Now we go to the fun one at Kokomo. You're going to love that one.